Alright, so for this one, which is more of a boot camp type workout, you're going to do each one of these for a minute. And then you're going to see how many reps you can do in a minute. If you slow down or you need to take a breather, that's fine. Get right back to it as soon as you can. First off is a wall sit. So you go against the wall, you bring your feet out, and you want to try to get a 90-degree bend in your ankles, your knees, and your hips. If you can't do that, stay up a little bit more. The closer you bring your legs, the more you have to work your balance. The wider they are, the more stability you have. The next thing you're doing for a minute is a burpee. Again, we are out, in, or jumping it if you can. That looks like this from the front. And stand up. The next thing you're doing for a minute is a push-up. Again, toes or knees, however far you can come down at a time is fine. Toe taps. So, you want to try to be in a crab position. If you can't and you have to be down, that's fine too. You're going to work on keeping your core tight. So, if you're in the crab position, you're going to reach up and touch a toe, reach up and touch a toe. If you're here, you're just going to kick a leg up and touch as you can. Twisting opposite hand to opposite toe. Plie squats. It's like those sumo squats, but without a press. Your feet are wide. You come down. This works your inner thighs. And up. And down. And up. If you really want to ramp it up a notch, do what we call heavy pants. You don't come up very hard. You just, like you have heavy pants on, you can't get them up over those knees. Next thing you're doing is side bends. So you're still in that wide position. Knees are going to be soft. You never want to lock your knees on any exercise. It'll make you pass out. And what you do is you just reach down as far as you can, usually about mid-calf if you can. You don't want to lean forward when you do them. You want to stay straight up. And you come back and forth. See? This is going to work your obliques. Then, you have mat travels. So, you're on one side of your mat, and you kind of shuffle to the other side of the mat and touch down. You can take a leg back. You can just squat and down. However long your mat is. If you want to take it wider and go farther, you can do that too. The next thing you have is that squat and press. Again, hip width apart, down and up, down and up. Then you have a sit and stand. You can do these in a chair, you cannot. So if you have a chair, you're going to sit in the chair, pretend I have a chair, and then you're going to stand up. Trying not to use your hands, and you want to rest your back onto the chair, and then stand up. If you don't have a chair, and as you get stronger, you want to try these on the floor, they're a lot harder. You sit, and you stand, and you sit, and you stand. Switching out whichever leg is underneath you at a time, because you work one leg, you got to work the other. Dipping bird. Called pirate leg hops. Many different instructors call them different things. So you're going to work on balance, and you're going to try to keep a focal point in front of you. Lean down and come up. And come down and come up. If these get to be too heavy, too hard for you, you can hold on to something, come down and up, keeping your core tight. It's going to work on your balance. It's going to work your core. So you do them on the left side for a minute, then you do them on the right side for a minute. Gorilla crawls. So you're on your mat. You're going to come down to where you're kind of in a V, upside down V. And you're going to take one hand over the other, like you're a gorilla, and hop. And walk your 1, 2, walk. 1, 2, hop. You can walk it if you want to. But kind of like a gorilla, one hand at a time. It's going to work your shoulders and your back more. Knee repeaters. So you're balancing on one foot. You're kind of out. So you're like this. All your weight is on the one leg. You try not to put any weight on this one. And again, a focal point will help you, and you bring them in. If you have to step back and put weight to help your balance, you can. I just lost a shoe. You can even step them in this way. But the more you bring your knee up above your belly button, the more it's going to work your core and your balance. Then, of course, you have to do them on the other side. Your arms will help you with momentum. If you keep them straight out, it's a little harder on your balance. Skaters. So, you are feet kind of hip width apart. You step wide. You can even hop it as you get stronger. Step wide, take a leg back, and touch the floor. Wide, touch the floor. Like those. You can even just bring your arms to the side, like those speed skaters do. And then you can hop it as you get stronger. Gets that heart rate up. The more you take your arms over your head, the more your heart rate's gonna pump. The more your head is going up and down. Again, it's gonna work your heart. Always great to work your heart. Curtsy squats. Kind of like those skaters. If you have knee or hip problems, don't cross, come straight back. So, curtsy squats, you cross and you come down. Cross and come down. From the side, it looks like this. Cross and down, cross and down. Like I said, if you have hip or knee problems, then you can come just straight back in more of a lunge than a curtsy squat. Tricep extensions. So you're going to go take a weight over your head, and you're going to keep your elbows by your head as close as you can, down and up, down and up from the side, down and up, down and up. Again, working those triceps, getting rid of those flabby arms. Bicep curl. Our elbows are glued to your sides, palms are up, and you just bring them up and down. To work a different part of the bicep, you could always take them out. Make sure you mark which way you're doing it. You can even do a hammer with the palms facing in and the hammer with the palms facing forward. Plank reaches. You're in that plank position. You can be on your knees if you want to, and you're gonna reach in front of you. You can even put your water bottle out and try to reach for that. Again, the wider your knees are, the less you kind of rotate, and that's good. And the 3-inch crunch. You're in a normal crunch position, and you just try to come up 3 inches. Chin goes to the sky. Don't ever tuck it. keep it up, and you just want to move your hands about 3 inches. I think I had rainbows somewhere on here, either last workout or this one. I just realized I forgot to show you them. So in a rainbow, you're here and you dip your hip to each side. You can be on your elbow, you can be on your toes, but you want your hips to go to each side of your mat. And that is your 2 workouts. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Thanks.